Hey everybody, it's David here at Mojo, and today's Friday, April 12th. I've got 4 updates and improvements to go over with you guys today. The first one really only pertains to folks taking part in the Mojo Prospecting Dashboard beta testing, which, by the way, has been a huge success. Love the feedback. It's amazing how much adoption this is getting with the clients who opted into the beta testing. It's really, really cool stuff. So one of the general feedback things we got back was that this dark theme was getting tiring. They wanted something different. So for those of you beta testing the dashboard, if you now come up to your agent name and click switch to light interface, poof, it goes to a light interface, so a light theme. And that will also hold true for the team leaderboard for those of you accessing the dashboard to see your whole team's performance. So no matter where you are, it'll be a light theme, and if I get tired of that, I can go back to the dark theme just as easily. So that's the first thing we did. The second thing we did is take me over to the lead store. When you purchase expireds or for sale by owners from Mojo, one of the things that you're going to make a decision on is whether or not you want the do not call data to be included with those leads. So very often folks will check the box. That's their initial knee-jerk reaction, and then they start to prospect on that data, and at some point in the future, after setting it up with the option to scrub the data, they decide that they want the do not call data. And unfortunately, they'd come up and they would uncheck this box, but the data that they had missed out on that was do not call since they originally set the service up wouldn't appear. They'd reach out to us, submit a ticket, call us, whatever, and then our developers would go through the painstaking process of dotting the I's, crossing the T's, making sure that anything we omitted that was on the do not call registry would come back into the account. It was a huge time suck. So now, all you need to do is uncheck the box. It warns you, hey, you sure you want to do this? And then we do it in real time. That's what that pop-up just was. And now, any data that I might have missed out on, it just reappeared back into my system. And for those of you in a highly populated area, you know that my list just grew like 2 or 3 times, right? So if I want to go back to scrubbing it out, no big deal. I just click the box, or check the box, excuse me, hit continue, and it just did the same thing like day one. It just scrubbed out all that data again that was on the do not call. So there's a lot more flexibility in here. All right, cool. So that's the second change that we made. The other change we made while I'm sitting here in the actual FSBO settings, perfect place for this third improvement, is whenever you purchase a new for sale by owner area from us, whether you're an existing for sale by owner client, like I am right here, I've got 2 existing counties, or you're a brand new for sale by owner prospect, either way, if you purchase a new county, instead of getting 60 days of aged FSBOs, you're now going to get 90 days. So it's a pretty big increase while maintaining the quality of the data that you're going to receive in those lists. So you're going to have a lot more stuff to prospect because we've increased that age data by 30 days. All right, last but not least, I'm going to head over to the settings area, and this is a pretty big request. I can't count how many times we've had this request since releasing web-based Mojo back in 2013. And that is, if I go over to the data management area, you're now going to see something called a contact source. And when I click on it, we now give you the ability to just rifle in data sources at your will, whereas prior to today, you actually only had the option to add a source in 2 places, and that was during a lead file import and then while creating a one-off contact. And we actually had clients creating one-off contacts and selecting the source for it just to add sources to the database. So now you can come in here and add away. You just press the plus button, create your source name, and now it's always going to be available to you inside of Mojo. You can delete them just like any other table item within Mojo, or most of them, and you can also edit the name of it. That's going to wrap up this update. Again, the prospecting dashboard now is a light theme. You can now undo the do not call in real time right within your Mojo account. The FSBOs now come in aged up to 90 days instead of the 60 days, and you can now create your own sources. That's going to wrap up the short video, everybody. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and as always, make it a great day.